Hi, David.
Hi, Meg. I can see the agenda okay, Aaron. Thanks.
Thank you.
Good evening and welcome to the Allegheny Clarion Valley School Board Workshop meeting for August 10th, 2026. The AC Valley workshops are conducted virtually, and the link to access the workshop is always posted to the acvsd.org website. During the workshop this evening, I will provide the school board members with additional information and be open to answer any questions that may arise. Please keep your mic off until you're ready to speak and jump in at any time. At this time, Ms. Patton, can you please conduct the roll call?
Clifford Adams,
Here.
Patty Anderson,
Here.
Carrie Amagast,
Here.
Wesley Baum, Bob Best, John Burke, Brady Fight,
Here.
and Todd Gallagher.
Here.
Thank you.
John is on. He might have mic issues.
You.
Moving down through the school board workshop agenda, I will start with public participation. We don't have anybody on the agenda to address the school board at this time, and we do not have any presentations. Under board concerns, we do have a couple items. First and foremost, we're still advertising and trying to fill the Foxburg seat. And again, if you know anybody who would be interested, please have them contact the district office and we can move forward with filling that vacancy. In addition to that, we are planning an executive session for personnel reasons after the voting meeting on August 17th. And at this time, I'll open it up to see if there are any other board concerns that needs to be addressed this evening. Hearing none, we'll move right into the consent agenda, and we do have three conferences in front of you this evening. The first coming from Mrs. Logue. She's our junior senior high school counselor, and she's attending the annual FIA financial aid workshop. This is in Penn West Clarion, and just keep in mind that Mrs. Logue does this workshop every year, and she helps aid our students with filling out all the financial forms as they prepare for college and ongoing. In addition to that, we have two requests from Michelle Austin. She is our PIMS coordinator, our student liaison, and does a lot of work with reporting. So first off, she put in for the full year of data quality meetings. Some are conducted virtually and some have to be face-to-face at the intermediate unit. You can see the overall cost for mileage is listed there, split between the district and West 2 because of the nature of her reporting. And then also she's our homeless liaison, so part of the McKinney-Vento training is always at IU4, and again, she'll be splitting that cost between the district and the West 2 grant. Moving on down through the agenda, we do have a list of substitute teachers, drivers, and volunteers as well in front of you. Starting off, we do have a list of our 26, 27 subs. The list of names are in the school board shared Google Drive. And then letter C is new this year, and due to our limited number of substitute teachers that we have, each year we're provided with the opportunity to bring back retired teachers. So I drafted up a letter. I requested the permission to utilize retired teachers as subs. I sent it into PSERS and we got permission to do so. In addition to that, we have this motion down for us to individually approve these retired teachers to sub. And then our process that we utilize here at the district is when we have a vacancy, the secretaries call a certified teacher in that subject area first. And if there are none available, then we call any type of certified teacher available. And if we're still not able to fill a position, then we go into our guest teacher or a classroom monitor list who are not certified teachers but have experience and at least 60 credits. And then we fill the position with that substitute teacher. And after all of that's exhausted, if we still do not have anybody to fill, then we get onto a retired teacher list. So that's the process that we've always followed. But under Act 31, we did have a special motion this evening to approve those retirees. In addition to that, we've been working with Mr. Myers, who's the president with youth football and cheer. And just keep in mind that we have all the clearances here on file and a list of names of volunteers in front of you this evening for the 26th youth football and cheer season. And then we have Natasha and Abigail Greibel. They'd like to volunteer for the district as well. They'll be volunteering with the cheer squad at this time. Before we move into finance and purchase, are there any questions or points of clarification needed? Okay, under finance and purchase, letter A through H will be conducted at the face-to-face voting meeting on the 17th. And on the top of page 2, you'll see a pay application, number 6 from Wright Electric for ongoing work in the auditorium at the junior senior high school of just over $7,000 to be paid for out of the bond. In addition to that, we are making a recommendation to remove the asbestos floor tile out of the art room. And as you can see, there's a cost of $13,604. Keep in mind that that issue was due to a water leak, and Mr. Best has been working with the insurance company, so they'll cover that. We do have a $5,000 deductible, and we'll be moving with the removal of that floor, hopefully before school starts, and be able to replace that before the start of the school year. In addition to that, we have a motion in front of you from Crabble Excavating for concrete patch replacement of just over $12,000. And James has been working with his contractor. There are a number of pieces of sidewalk that are becoming trip hazards, and it's tied into the renovation project, so it will be paid for out of the bond as well. We won't tackle the immediate front of the elementary school until the spring of 27, but these are other pieces that are tied into the parking lot renovations. Letter P is a early retirement incentive plan due to financial shortfalls. The administration and school board has been working with the association to incentivize some of our teachers who are close to being retired, and we put a plan in front of them, and you'll see later on in the agenda, we do have 2 teachers that will be retiring early, and we will not be replacing them. Part of this incentive plan shows that the employee has to have at least 30 years of service in PSERS and 20 consecutive years here at the district. Part of the incentive is a one-time $30,000 buyout that goes into the 403B and up to $160 per month ongoing insurance reimbursement for the years eligible for that. That's tied into the existing contract. The association has reviewed that and approved that plan as well. And this is our approval well, it'll be on the 17th that we'll vote on it. And then letter Q, this motion came after having a discussion with the tax collectors. And just for a historical perspective, we've been paying our tax collectors for only the bills that are paid. And each year we take about 88% of what we expect to get in here and build the budget off of that number. And we do that because there's, 12% or 10% each year that do not pay their bills, and then it turns into a collection service, and we don't reimburse the taxpayers with that. Our recommendation is that we reimburse and pay for their work for all their bills, 100% of the bills that they send out. We pay them $4 per bill, and this will help offset some of the cost. And generally speaking, the people that don't pay their taxes requires 3 times the work. There are 3 bills that go out each time. So this is to help support our local tax collectors in their efforts of collecting taxes and paying for their time. Letter R is a motion to accept various donations to the elementary library in memory of one of our late teachers, Joyce Bowser. And at this time, we have $500 of donations. Then letter S is a motion to approve FM boiler in the amount of $23,999 to replace the heat exchanger at the junior senior high school. Keep in mind that this will also be covered by the insurance. There will be a $5,000 deductible, and they'll cover the cost of that due to a malfunction with that unit. And again, Mr. Best has reached out to them, has been working with the insurance company. Keep in mind that for the voting meeting, we will have another motion from Burns Construction for an auditorium payment. It came in the day that we had already built and sent out this agenda. So you'll see that on the 17th, but it's just right around $25,000, and it will be paid for and part of the bond renovation. Before we move into personnel, I'll take a moment to address any questions if there are any under finance and purchase. Hearing none, we'll move right into letter A, is a letter of retirement from Michelle Austin, dated July 15th, 2026. Michelle has been here at the district since April of 2004. She served in a number of different roles and has been our PIMS coordinator, homeless liaison, and does a lot of work with the high school up there. So we do wish her the best in retirement. And then underneath that, I do have a motion to advertise to fill that position as well. And you can see all their responsibilities underneath there. Letter C is a letter of retirement from Mr. Richard Fight, and he submitted that on August 3rd. RJ's been with the district since August of 1993, and been a wonderful role model, great librarian, and just a super staff member up at the high school. So we're going to be missing Mr. Fight. Just keep in mind that we will not be replacing him. We'll be shifting some of the duties from Mrs. Best, the elementary librarian, to help go between the 2 buildings. In addition to that letter, we have a letter of retirement from Jeff Lockery, elementary health and PE teacher. Jeff's been with the district since August of 1993, and August of 1997. And Jeff is a wonderful staff member, a great role model, and really did a lot for our students' growth over the years. So again, 2 staff members that have made a major impact on the school community and our students. So they're both going to be missed. And at this time, we are not replacing Jeff with a full-time PE teacher. We are trying to absorb that. We're working on schedules right now and just trying to get creative with how we utilize the existing staff. In addition to that, we do have a letter of resignation from Cammie McNanny and a verbal resignation from Lauren McNanny. So we're making an advertisement or a recommendation to accept both of those resignations and then also to advertise to fill those positions as well. And that's in the softball positions at the varsity level and JV. In addition to that, we have 3 job descriptions in front of you that are being modified. The first is the elementary principal, and there's just a slight modification to that. I added the responsibilities of federal programs coordinator. So Mrs. Thurber will be moving from the assistant elementary principal position into the principal position, and we will not be filling that elementary assistant position, and Mrs. Thurber will keep those federal program duties as she becomes principal. And then also we have the district secretary and the junior senior high school secretary job descriptions in front of you. And as noted in a previous meeting, we are going to be eliminating the second secretary at the high school. Again, we're working on schedules right now, modifying some of those responsibilities. And we will be moving the district secretary to the West 2 program. That employee will spend half the day as an aide and half a day as a secretary. And just keep in mind that we run the program at West 2 Monday through Thursday, and we're trying to get creative with scheduling and possibly having that position serve Fridays up at the high school to help support some of the existing job duties. So we're still working on the details of that since the West 2 program just started the fall school year last week. And then also you'll see with the voting meeting, we will be making a recommendation to hire a part-time health technician. Mrs. Conto, a certified school nurse at the junior senior high school, had taken a job at a neighboring school district, and we will not be replacing that with a full-time certified school nurse, but rather we will be replacing it with a part-time health technician. We've done this in the past. We advertised, we had, I believe, 9 people apply. We will be interviewing the top 2 candidates and making a recommendation to hire. And then also we do advertise, and we have a long-term special ed sub that we'll be discussing as well. Are there any questions or comments about personnel before we move into instructional services? On the top of page 3, you'll see a motion to contract with Fraser PLC, Knox, McLaughlin, Gorno, and Set PC law firms. And this is a multi-district litigation tied into social media. And Knox Law reached out to us and asked if we wanted to partner. There's no cost up front right now. If we do win a suit, 1/3 of that suit will be to the law firm, 2/3 would go to the district. And basically, this is a lawsuit over the negative impact of these social media sites and how they're impacting students, and then how that impacts the students' learning and behavior while at school. So this is relatively new to us. We're putting in front of the school board to have a ongoing discussion about that. It's pending from a multi-district litigation. At the base of that motion, you'll see from the United States Court of Northern District of California against all major social media companies. Any questions about that motion? Under policy, we have a second reading of travel reimbursements. We discussed that last time. We will be focusing in on making changes at the start of the school year. Use of school facilities, no change to that policy, just reviewing it and having a discussion about the use of the schools and the fee charge. And then new this evening, I do have policy 425 in front of you, dress and grooming. And my recommendation is to add athletic or tennis shoes to the permissible dress and grooming guidelines and eliminating it from not permissible. And the reason why is because I think this is something that can make people safer during the day. We do a lot of walking on those floors. They are slippery. I think it's better for the knees, the hips, and the back. And not to mention that they're making tennis shoes that look like dress shoes now anyways. And then finally, I think it would be a boost to staff morale. I think it would help out on a day-to-day basis. We do a lot of walking throughout the day, and that could support our staff. And again, they're going to be nice shoes. We're not going to permit old and worn out tennis shoes coming in here. So we'll be keeping an eye on that. But that's my recommendation for the school board as we begin the 26-27 school year. Under facilities, James is going to provide a report. He will not be face to face on Monday, but him and his staff has done a wonderful job this summer preparing for campus. We just had a football field committee meeting. We're up on the field. He's put countless hours of work into that field. And you'll see on a motion next week that we're going to approve playing on the field this fall. And that's JV, that's varsity, junior high, and youth sports. We had taken a look at the schedule. We'd met with the committee. We met with Jeff Fowler and a handful of school board members, and the football field's ready to go. The big thing that Jeff did address during that meeting is that we continue to maintain that football field at the end of the season, next year, and years following. But the root, the sod that was put down has really done a good job as far as adhering with all the extra water and work went into it. And then James has a few other items that they've been working on throughout campus. Under transportation, you'll see two motions, and again, these stem from an audit from years ago, just to provide the transportation director as the designee over the routes and placement of the students throughout the 26-27 school year. Ms. Chalmers has been working with the drivers and the contractors and making adjustments. We will be meeting with them to have a discussion about the up and coming school year and about the Mobilcom radio system as well. They're being installed currently, and we'll be going through some training with them next Thursday. In addition to that, just like earlier, we have a list of contractors and drivers in front of you for the 26-27 school year as well. Under miscellaneous, we'll have the Career Center and Intermediate Unit report on the 17th. But under correspondence, I do want to point out that James and I had Mike Topar come in, a third-party vendor who does water testing, and we do our own testing every year before the beginning of the school year, and our water came back free of any kind of lead. So our water's in really good position right now. I've been working with the Foxburg Water Authority as well. They will be renovating the entire water system in the up-and-coming school year. With that project going on, they will not be hosting the Foxburg Festival this summer as they normally do, or this fall. Instead, they're going to be looking at smaller various venues throughout the school year, but that's a step in the right direction as well. So the water's good. We're ready to be up and running this fall. We'll talk about the other committees. On page 4, you'll see football field committee. My recommendation is to dissolve that football field committee. I just talked to the group up there this evening. That's an ad hoc committee that was put together for one reason, and it was to renovate the football field, and we've accomplished that goal. So not only will we be making a motion to approve playing on the field, but I'd like to make a motion to dissolve that football field committee as well, and thank everybody who served on that. We had various school board members, James, myself, and members of the community, Len Myers and Steve Buzzard, and we put a lot of time into it, and kudos to that group and mission accomplished. I'd also like to make a recommendation, the same thing, to dissolve the auditorium committee as well. That auditorium is just about done. All the work from that committee has been fantastic. It looks great. We will be doing a back to school bash from 5 to 7 p.m. on August 20th. I invite all the community members to come in and walk through the new auditorium as well as the track and football field. We don't have anything under old business and nothing under new business at this time. And before we adjourn, I'll pause to see if there's any questions or comments before we adjourn.
David, this is Patty. I think when I drive, that's how my world goes. I think we need to reconsider the discussion that you're putting out there for the dissolving of those committees, and maybe repurpose them into a different, keep the committees for the functions that they are, auditorium, football field, but repurpose them to think about how they can be engaged to pay for things. So sponsorships or events or whatever it might be to help generate income for the maintenance of both those pieces.
Uh, Okay, thank you for your input. Is there anything else this evening? Hearing nothing, thank you. Have a great evening, and we will adjourn for the evening and reconvene on Monday, August 17th. Have a great night, everybody.